Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Now, last time out we were working on the Weetabix factory, and I would like to apologise for the incessant whistling of these steam carriages, locomotives, whatever we call them, road trains, I think that's the word for them. So this is not the Weetabix factory, this is a factory that is in dire state of some work. That is what this one is. But hopefully you enjoyed the last video, that whistling notwithstanding, or the loud version of that whistling notwithstanding. If you did enjoy the video, I do hope that you did press the like button. I'm going to have to do this at the start of videos, and I'm really... it is rather uncomfortable, but it seems like this is something I have to do. Very quickly, if you do like these videos and you are enjoying these videos, please do press the like button, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. That is all I ask. All three of those are free. I guess you could hit the notification bell as well, but all three of those are free and they would really help me out on the YouTube algorithms trying to push this channel forward. But I cannot do it without your support. Anyway, that out of the way, what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be trying to fix this mess. Now, there are a few things that I need to do here, but the most important of the lot is I need to figure out how to get these trams or road trains running without getting stuck behind each other, because that is what is causing a massive clog up, and I think that is slowing down everything. So if you want to see me attempt to fix this for the third, fourth time, something like that, make sure you stay tuned. Right, I'll try and stay away from these I'll try and stay away from that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work on a new distribution yard right here. And also, given how much of this we have, I'm trying to figure out what the best way could be for me to get all of this grain over, because clearly this is not doing the trick. Yeah, this train here is not doing the trick. That's a lovely train, but it is not doing the trick. So we need to sort something out. It's just a bit weird. But let's fix this mess first. So the first thing I want to do is I want to level or smooth out this terrain so that I know what I am working with in this entire area. There we go. Now for the most part it looks flat apart from this little rise up here. So we've got, let's see, 86, 84, 85, 87, 85, back up to 86. Okay, so a slight dip down and then it comes back up. Now that is something I could potentially fix by lifting. Could I lift this entire thing? Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm actually going to lift, I'm going to grab this node and I'm going to lift it just by a meter. Let's lift it by just by 1 meter so that we can have a look at what we have. It's a little better, and then I shall do the same over here. I could probably lift that by a little bit more, just by a little more. That's flattening that bit out, so let's go ahead and do that for this too. Now that is fairly level. This bit here needs probably just the one. Yes, that's fine. I may just pause this just to get rid of that noise. And just the one there, and that is fairly fine. Okay, and now if I go ahead and start doing some terrain smoothing, we should find that everything is a little bit better. There we go. So that entire area there is about, well, it seems to show a descent of 1 meter, which is perfectly fine. Now, this whole branch is going to move. So the way I'm going to do this is we're going to have buildings, of course. And the buildings we are going to use. Now, instead of doing this, I'm going to stick with the standard one for... Actually, is there a better one? No, I'm going to stick with the standard one for now. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to position it so that it is parallel with, or perpendicular to this road, roughly. I mean, the road is curved, so we'll just try and make it perpendicular, let's say, about there. In fact, instead of doing that, perhaps I should make it perpendicular to this road, or parallel to this road in a sense, so that we can do something along these lines. Now, not too close. I shall bring it to about here, and then we need to start configuring it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on additional platforms. Now, we do not need crane platforms, but we could do with, oh look, crane track, that's nice. That is actually quite cool. But no, we could use sheds. Now sheds could be a good idea, or just a covered one, which also looks like a fairly good idea. So I'm going to use the covered ones. The way we're going to do this is, in fact, if I do this fashion, let's get this correct. Those are sheds. That is not what I meant to do. That is what I meant to do. So we're just going to make 20 meter platforms. I think these are 20 meters. And we are going to make, just like we did with the other factory, a substantial amount. So here we have, now remember, we are not dropping things off here yet, so all we need to do is, I would say, 6 to begin with. Now what do we have over at our Weetabix plant? That has Weetabix, where are you? There you are. A lot, but that has 8 up there, which is okay, and then a whole bunch here. Oh, that noise. And I did read the comment about the noise. I do apologise. I think this could work fairly well. Then what I need to do is I probably need to look at street access from various locations. So realistically, in fact, tell you what, let's increase all of this by 1. Street access. Why is that construction not possible? Why are you showing to be not possible? So we could have an entrance here and an exit that goes back around there. In fact, no, for now I'm not going to do that. That can be something that comes up a little later. The reason for it is, oh, look at these. These are fancy. I'm not going to put these in yet. I'm just looking at what we have. Anyway, that looks a little better. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move all of Macclesfield food, manage the line to... I'm going to remove that. I'm going to go here. That is where all of that is going to go, and we're going to remove Carnforth branch. So, that is our first move. We're also going to adjust this to take platform 1 and then 2 and 3 if available, or if the other one is not available. We'll look for a full load, or we'll look for actually load if available with a minimum stop time of 1 minute. So that should be the first fix. Yes, that should be our first fix. And let's just watch this and see how this performs. How are you... See, the problem is there is such little food going to and from this place. It is just silly. It really is just silly. You know what I'm going to do? Oh, I should have just done push-pull. Actually, I could probably still do push-pull. Flip engines. I'm just neatening some of this. This should be bringing a full load. So will that just flip the engine? It does. And now I'm just going to do push-pull like that. This should be interesting to run. Right. We still have some of the issues. The issues seem to be coming from the Carnforth food branch. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to adjust this. Again, same sort of thing. We're going to bring it into lower Carnforth, but we are going to take platforms 4, 5 and 6. There we go. Minimum stop time for these, 30 seconds. And then remove Carnforth branch off it. So now let's watch this change. And hopefully this should be quite productive. How fast does that thing go? 20 miles per hour. I'm not sure I can really do much about that. And you coming up at quite a high speed. I need to change those trains over as well. I think they have reached the end of their life. Now that looks so much nicer doing that. Going backwards and forwards in that fashion. Okay. We still have a bit of a queue here and there, but the queues are somewhat better. Okay, the one thing that I'm looking at here that has probably... Now, I think the problem with this is just because everything was piled up. Give that a little bit of time and things should clear. At the same time, there was a... Was there not a third one? Ah, that was the food processing one. That does not run. So at this particular point in time, we have nothing running in and out of this. Now we probably should start that up as and have this as a delivery point. That could be quite good. In fact, why don't we do that to try and improve just to improve how this all works. A longer road train. No, let's just do 2. Let's purchase 10 of them. Do that. Do that. High maintenance. Paint them in... That's a sickly yellow. Paint them in a brighter yellow. Let's see if that actually does anything. It's me. Maybe? Yes. Yes, it is doing something. Hasn't yet made it to here yet. But there is something. Right. I shall leave that for now. Let's just see the improvement of any of this. Why are you all doing that? Well, hello. That is interesting. You've all ruined yourselves by going in the wrong direction. Yep, each and every one of you have messed up. And that has led to everything messing up. You're going in the wrong direction. Okay. Well, what has... Okay, this is the problem. I'll do that. This, I think this was the problem in the first place. And if I just... Since this is just going to be deliveries, if I go ahead and build... that... and then see how they manage to work with this. Okay. Some of them seem to be figuring themselves out, he says. Yeah, they seem to be figuring themselves out. Well, congratulations, you've gone and got yourself stuck. One step at a time. One step at a time. Now you've messed up. Now you have very much messed... Somehow they've managed to clear that. This is a natural filter here, or natural... what do you call it? What does the timetable mod call it? Let me find out. Unbunch. Yeah, unbuncher. There we go. So it was that there in and of itself was the problem. Now obviously this is a little short. Perhaps I should have it this way, so that once this last one is gone, I shall try and figure this out. Right, let's break this, and yes, we're going to place it in again. But all I'm going to do is place it in... Why does it not like that? Let's do that. And I want to configure it so that it does not have that, but it does have that. Could that work? Or, alternatively, hang on, alternatively, I could do this to it, yes, and then configure it so that it does not have that nor that. It has that instead. And then we have street access, one way in and one way out, one way out. Let's see if that does anything. That might do something. Oh look, we have stuff over here. This could also be this could ruin everything. So we shall have to be aware of that one as well. Thank you, autosave. And now that we have that, let's see if anything is improved. So 10 out of 18, 110%. The maths is incorrect. 8 out of 21, 80%. How is the maths correct on that? Unless it needs to refresh something. 130, or does it look at the original amount that it's required in the town? Perhaps it does that. Nevertheless, the idea here is things should flow much smoother, and because they should flow much smoother, we should have a better shipment rate. So as you can see, the transport is 100%, but the shipment is not. I guess the other issue is that this thing takes 2 food to make, or 2 grain to make 1 food. This is the Hovis factory, or King's Mill, or whatever you want to call, whatever other breads are available. The main ones that I know of are Hovis and King's Mill. Right, is this going to be the first test? No. Where are these? There they are. Ah! Complete and utter chaos. That is what I expect. I'll tell you what I could do though. Make them wait here. Just wait for a minute. Actually, a minute is probably too long. Just wait for 30 seconds. There we go. See how that works. I'll stay away from this so the noise isn't too loud. Well, I mean, it's about the same wait time as everything else, isn't it? It has spread them out nicely over this, so let's see if this bit works. Turns in, stops, drops it off. Does it continue straight out the other side, or does it get lost and confused? Continue straight out the other side. It works. It definitely works. I've only gone and figured it out. What I do need to do though, excuse me people, I'm about to ruin this, aren't I? No, actually I won't touch that just yet. Let's ensure that this all works first. That is the important bit. I am going to get this lot to wait a little bit longer here. Just do me a favour and just wait an additional 10 seconds. Just to help spread that out a little bit more. Okay, we still have the issue with this. That there is a lot of... There's a lot of food, and just these things cannot carry them. What can they carry? What are they? What is the vehicle to start with? It's a Kitson 060 Class A5. I'm going to adjust that. Let's try and improve how much this can carry. So it has 98. Let's go ahead and do a replacement of this. So... oh dear. Let's try and do a replacement of this. Now we had so it was a Kitson. Do I still have that available? Let's go for, I suppose, build date. Oh, why is that doing that? That's a new bug. Why is that available? Okay. Was it one of these? Ah, there it is, Kitson. Top speed 37 miles per hour. I think that's perfectly fine. Honestly. Why do you keep doing that? Oh, okay, I know what it is. Every time it stops at a station, it's the way I understand what that's doing. That's clever. It's the way the shunting mod has been designed. That's fine. So we'll have that. And then we have 14 of what? What are you? 14 of? I don't know. Yeah, what are you? See, that tells me what that is. I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, blasted thing. Kitson class again. one of them cargo. I think we probably were using one of these, an early van with 5, which could carry 5 on it, and that was about it. Perhaps a box car as well. And we had 14 of them. What we could now do is... Oh, this... Okay, well, I say that. There isn't much we could do. I was kind of hoping there'd be a little... Aha! Here we go. A cattle wagon. I'm not sure grain is supposed to go in a cattle wagon. That's a standard gondola. That works. Capacity 7. A covered one. A tank one, I guess. What's a tank wagon? What, oil? Maybe. Let's have a 5-plank one because that will probably look better. We'll say 14 of them. How many did I even put on? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That gives you 98. I'll have a look at what that's done. I want to see how long that is. I think that might be a little bit too long. Well, that's only given me an extra 2. Okay. What I need to do is... Could I add a second train just going back and forth from this? Because that could be pretty good. So if I add another train, so if I just double track this entire lot and just add another train going back and forth, that might work. I don't know. Probably handle this additional movement. Okay, let's try this. Now we really only need to be doing about 20 miles per hour through all of this anyway. But let me do this. Up to where? Here. Then I'll just break this. I need to remove that anyway. And what I will do instead is do that. And you're doing that fine. And oh, that's a 30 mile per hour track. It doesn't really matter. I don't think they can reach 30, so I'm just going to slow it all down to 20. There we go. I shall put a sign down saying that this is 20. What is this that I've gone and done? I've clearly added things that... Oh look, a quick fit. I've added things that I'm not 100% sure of. Okay, the way this really needs to go, in theory, is we need this to turn directly into that. We need a signal about here, and then we need a signal about here. That looks reasonable. What are you waiting for? Ah, I see. Nobody uses this little bit. Nobody uses it, right? Maybe somewhere where I need to... Oh no, you use it. Okay. I made this use this intentionally in case it needed to wait for another train to come back and stay out of the way. Sometimes I look back on some of the things I've done and think, oh, that was actually a really good idea. Like this one. I'm sure I could optimise that further. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this and manage this line to say that an alternative station here is going to be platform 2. And an alternative platform here is also going to be platform 2. That is something we cannot do. Because of what? As we come back along here, we cannot swap over. Okay, platform 1 it is. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to get this train to flip engine. Flip around, please. Oh, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. I want that engine to flip around. There's a reason for it. The reason is purely aesthetic, but there's perhaps some practicality to it. Why are you not flipping? Oh, oops. Because that. I made a mess of that. Look, that one flips. Look at it go. It actually looks really, really cool when the trains do that. There we go. Now we're just going to run push-pull on that. But also, I'm going to duplicate you. I'm not going to replace you. I'm going to duplicate you. Here comes one. Or here comes another. And for this one, I'm going to flip it around again. You are in push-pull. I'm going to say, yeah, that is fine. You're going to come back this way. What are you waiting for? Oh no. Oh no, oh dear, oh dear. I see the problem. I see the problem. Okay. I see the problem, but I can fix this because edit both of these vehicles. I'm going to remove one of those off each one. That should... Oh, you're on the wrong line. Well, now you've made a mess of this. You go back the other way. No. Can I... Okay, hold on. You come back this way, you'll go across, you will continue to move, and then everything should be okay because no, we're still not. We still need to remove a further carriage from both of these. Or wagon, should I say. There we go. Okay. Now we should be okay. So each one of these now carries less, but we have twice as many. So that should do something, I hope. That's the theory anyway. Could you stay with use the line setting? No, use the... That is not what I meant to get it to do, but you know what? Do that. You can reverse back and forward that way. Might as well let it go. Now that should fit past the switch, and that is the key. It is the getting past the switch that is the key. Or the points. And now everything is fine. Perfect. Okay, so with all of that transfer now happening, I wonder if we can start pushing things forward, because the one thing I do not understand is if it is producing 350, why is it only shipping 54? Where is the other 300? Where is the other 300 disappearing to? It makes no sense, because surely it should be trying to get this up to maximum 14 of 16. That should be right at the top. That should be right at the top. This one should be right at the top. So I do not understand what's happening. If those were maxed out and then we couldn't get any further, that I would understand. This just does not seem to make any sense. The other thing I need to do is I need to ensure that over here on the line, Cornforth transfer, we are on a full load. And I will actually push that forward now to 2 minutes. You just wait there. And that is looking okay. So it isn't quite as fast, and the reason for that is just, well, the way it is. The only other thing I could think of is I could actually put the crossover, have it go over to the other platform, and then that train that is coming in with the food, if these trains are not, let's just watch this for a while and see how this manages. 54, 53, 54 again, bizarre. What if I were to increase this even further? What would that then do? Would that leave that at 53, 54? It does. Okay, let's bring this down to level 3. 300. That is going to have a profound impact on these, though. I just do not understand. Perhaps I'm not understanding the logic of this properly. Maybe that is the issue that I'm having. But I'm definitely missing something. That seems to be for certain. Definitely missing something. Nevertheless, this is a little bit better than what we had previously. What else could I do here? Realistically, nothing. I think that is the best I'm going to get until I can figure out what on earth is causing this to do what it's doing. Now, in the meantime, before I end this video, I'm going to go over to Weetabix. And let's have a look. I'll stay a little further away so that there is not a lot of that noise. And let's see what we've got here. 35 of 42. Why? Again. Shipment 75 of 2,700. That is... Now, yes, I've maxed that out because I think it will be okay like that. But why is it not shipping more than... Why is it not shipping more than what it has? So, over to Shepton Mallet, 9 of 25. That doesn't make sense. 14 of 29. And Berwick-upon-Tweed, 8 of 27. That does not make any sense whatsoever. Because they all require more than what they have. Therefore, this thing should be churning things out far faster than it is. If anybody has any ideas as to what is causing this problem and what I've done wrong, I've been playing this game for years and the previous iterations, and this is twice I've had this, where it hasn't been putting out the resources or the freight in the way that I expect it to. So this has happened twice, and I do not know why. But with that, I am going to end this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look for perhaps a location like that. That looks pretty good for a thumbnail, and we shall see what we can do. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so. www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. And also, you can find me on social media at ECGadget LP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is the kind of shot I wanted for the screenshot. Come on, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. There we go. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Transport Fever 2, the UK modded series.